I really had to start prioritizing my self-care, okay? And not putting my self-care on the back burner of getting things done, cleaning up the house, making sure, this is done, that is done, this is done, that is done. Like, your self-care comes first, because as a mom, now you have to make sure that you're going to be here for your children. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be here for your children. That's just the truth. And women who don't have their moms now can tell you that my mom ran herself to the dirt, into the dirt, right? Taking care of other people, being focused on other people, being focused on this man and that man, or whatever the situation is, right? And even women like who don't know how to care about themselves enough in relationships, they get run down in relationships, and they, so prioritize your self-care in relation to everything that you do. Your self-care cannot be on the back burner. Peace and prosperity. This is ESAIA Mystic, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I release a new video. This is the channel where we talk about decolonizing spirituality and primordial feminine energy. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to be feminine as a single mother. And I decided to do a video topic on this because recently I got on live and did a topic about how motherhood requires dominant feminine energy. And I shared with you guys about some of what I was going through at that time, and how I was just feeling overwhelmed, and how I was like needing to really practice what I preach. And I'm basically making this video to follow up with you guys on not just the changes that I've made recently that have given me the ability to have so much more energy and, peace as a mom, a single mom. And not just that, but I also was like looking back on really from like the beginning of my pregnancy and noticing like all of the things that I was doing that was keeping me in a place of kind of low frequency stress, and just not really being happy and fulfilled, into really allowing myself, slowly and slowly, like the things that I kind of let go of and the things that I started to embody, that I had to really start embodying because my body was just not having it. My energy was just not having it. So I know as a single mom that most single mothers are in a certain mindset. They're in a certain circumstance and predicament that causes them to feel stressed, right? And so I just feel like I have some wisdom, a lot of wisdom, that can shine some light on what you can do, what you can start doing now to really embody feminine energy as a single mom, as a woman who is, taking care of children, and it's just you, okay? So the first thing that I recommend for all single mothers to do is to realize that and accept the fact that you aren't alone. Okay, so the term single mom, being a single mom is really psychologically has a play into why it's such a struggle for single mothers, because just the title of calling yourself a single mom makes it seem like you are alone. right? You are single, like you don't have anybody to help you in all of the things. And while that might seem like a real reality, and in a lot of cases, some women really don't have any support, you want to start to shift your mind into understanding and believing that actually you do have support. You have a lot of support. Actually, the universe wants to support you in every way, shape, or form to get you into a better place or a more an easier feeling space. Okay, so the universe is at play here. And when you think of yourself as alone, as single, as having to do it all on your own, you kind of end up blocking the things that can help you, right? The things that can actually help you. And also with having this title of single mom, a lot of women take on this kind of pride too. Like, not good kind of pride, but pride to where you feel bad if you have any help, or if anybody helps you, if family helps you, if friends help you, if people are helping you, you will have this kind of guilt, right? Even the system, right? Some women have guilt for receiving child support. Some women have guilt for receiving, food stamps or government assistance, cash assistance. Some women have guilt. You know what I'm saying? They feel so guilty about it that they won't even go there, right? They won't even go there. They will push through and do what they got to do to be the single mom, right? The mom who does it all, the mom who gets it all done, the mom who has 2-3 jobs, and your kids never see you. And this is the thing, I've worked with women who have told me, I literally grew up hating my mom because I never saw her. She was never there. Like, they literally have issues with their mom because she was never there. They hate her for that because they hate her, and they have such strong feelings towards her because there were moments in their life where they really needed their mom. Like, some things dads just can't do. And it's usually like the nurturing, like the emotional nurturing, and just presence, that warmth of having your mom there to console you, right? Like, my mom was always there for me, even when she was a single woman, and she divorced my father and the whole shebang. I still had her. Like, my mom was never like a full-time woman, like working and doing all the things. She was always there for me. I remember that clearly. There was never a moment where I didn't have her. And I remember that my mom had support. Like, she was living with my grandfather, right? She was living with my grandfather like a good period of my life when I was younger. So she had living support. I remember going to hang out at my cousin's house or at like my friend, her friend of the family's house. Like, I remember me having a good childhood that was full of love and full of family and full of support. And I never once had this I never once had the feeling of like, where's my mom? She's not here. And I'm not saying this to say that you're not allowed to live your life and do what you want to do and work if you want to work and all the things. But I am saying that you should be able to have the choice, right? You should be able to have the choice. You shouldn't feel like guilt or guilty for being supported. Okay? So if you have the opportunity, and if it would feel easier on you to have, support or assistance in any way, shape, or form that you can possibly get it, right? I even know women that might be disabled, right? Or have some kind of disability. Like, Allow yourself to receive support. Okay, so that is the number one thing if you want to be feminine as a single mom. Allow yourself to be supported. Okay, don't be up here trying to be superhero mom, right? Don't do that to yourself. Let yourself be supported by your loved ones, by your family, by the system, by child support. Yeah, I said it. Let yourself be supported, right? Because a lot of women will not even want to go that route, right? Because they have all kinds of conditioning and programming around the system and child support and how it's bad for black men and how it's bad, and all of that is hocus pocus BS, okay? Because at the end of the day, that child needs things, and so do you. So do you. You need things too. And you went through what you went through, right? Risk your life to have however many children you have so that you can be struggling, right? These children are a gift. These children are the most magnificent gifts of the world, right? It's a wonder, and it's a beautiful thing for a woman to have a child and a woman to be fertile and even have the ability to have children. Some women can't even have children. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that you really need to start feeling like is worthy of being supported and uplifted, okay? So that's number one. Allow yourself to be supported. The second thing is, and this is a thing that I also realized like in my earlier years, that I needed to chill out. And I guess this goes along with the first one, but I really had to start prioritizing my self-care, okay? And not putting my self-care on the back burner of getting things done, cleaning up the house, making sure, this is done, that is done, this is done, that is done. Like, your self-care comes first, because as a mom, now you have to make sure that you're going to be here for your children. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be here for your children. That's just the truth. And women who don't have their moms now can tell you that my mom ran herself to the dirt, into the dirt, right? Taking care of other people, being focused on other people, being focused on this man and that man, or whatever the situation is, right? And even women like who don't know how to care about themselves enough in relationships, they get run down in relationships, and they, so prioritize your self-care in relation to everything that you do. Your self-care cannot be on the back burner. So that means if you need to outsource. If you can outsource. If you can just outsource one thing like every month, then do it, right? Recently, I hired a maid. And I outsourced my food, right? My meal prepping. So I literally hired a meal prep company service. It's called thistle.co, and they prepare gluten-free, vegan, you can add in meat if you want to, but gluten-free, dairy-free, organic, superfood meals, right? And I outsourced that. I was like, send me my meals every week so that I don't have to worry about what am I gonna eat, right? I'm preparing food for my daughter, and right now my body is needing different things. I can't eat the same thing that my daughter wants to eat. So I gotta recognize that I need to eat. I need to eat healthy. Like, I need a different palate. And so I decided to invest in a food service, and that was such a relief because I didn't have to think about how, like, what I was gonna eat, and I also didn't have to feel like, am I getting my nutrition? Like, am I getting all the things that I need? So I was really starting to feel like I wasn't getting correct nutrition because I was always like moving. So integrate self-care. Outsource what you need to outsource. If you need to hire a housekeeper, hire a housekeeper. They're going to come once a month. They can come twice a month. They can come 4 times a week. Figure it out, okay? But you got to learn how, you got to realize that your self-care is priority. So that's going to be another thing, especially when you're dating, okay? If you're dating as a single mother and you're trying to exude this feminine energy, you also need to acknowledge and respect that you are a single mom that's dating. You're not a regular woman. You are a mom that is dating. So how can that man uphold and have a container for you to be your fully feminine self in that, okay? And the way that he will help do that is, you know, whatever you need. Like, what are your needs? Think about that. What are your needs? What's going to make you feel really good going on a date with this guy if you go on a date with him, right? I know for me personally, I didn't really feel good going on a date with a guy after like the second or third date if he wasn't, you know, helping me out with babysitter costs, actually just paying for the whole thing. If he wasn't paying for babysitter costs, if he was not, you know, supporting me in any kind of way after like the third date, especially. First, second date, you just kind of really seeing if you even like this person. After the third date, okay, you like me, it's the third date, come on now. So anyway, make sure you're upholding your self-care and keeping yourself as the priority. Because a lot of times, if not all the time, mothers will put themselves as the last priority, right? When it comes to their kids. And they do this because of guilt and shame that has been projected onto you by society and by men who say, it's not about you, it's about the kids. And it's not about us, it's about the kids. And I'm like, well, there would not be no kids if it wasn't for this. I'm just saying, okay? There would not be no kids if it wasn't for this right here. So we got to upkeep this. Because this is what's keeping everything nice and fertile and juicy and succulent and fresh and all of the things. So let's see. Is there anything else that I integrated that helped me to be more feminine? Overall, it's been self-care, putting myself first, and allowing people to put me first. So really, it's just allowing yourself to come first is really the best way to be feminine as a single mom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video.